Every day, millions of people wake up and lie to themselves. They tell themselves they're busy, they're trying, they're doing their best. But deep down, they know they're avoiding the real work, the work that actually matters. They scroll, they talk, they plan. But the truth is, they're hiding. They're running from the pain of discipline, the discomfort of focus, the pressure that comes with doing what's truly important. And life sees that. It doesn't scream at you when you avoid your purpose. It punishes you quietly. It takes your peace. It replaces your confidence with confusion. It steals your time and fills you with regret. You don't fail all at once. You fail one easy choice at a time. One, I'll do it later. One, I'm too tired. One, maybe tomorrow. You want peace. You want pride. You want power. Then stop chasing comfort and start chasing what actually matters. This book isn't about doing more. It's about doing what's essential. It's about cutting the noise, killing distractions, and building the kind of discipline that makes you unstoppable. Because when you force yourself to do what is important only, you stop living like everyone else and start living like the person you were meant to become. Your one subscribe motivates us to create even better content. Chapter 1, The Cost of Avoiding What Matters. Let's be honest. You already know what's important in your life. You know the habits that would change everything. You know the steps that would make you stronger, richer, calmer. But knowing isn't the problem. Doing is. Most people spend their lives in that gap in between knowing and doing, stuck, frustrated, and full of unused potential. They convince themselves they're waiting for the right time. But time doesn't wait for anyone. Every day you delay the work that matters, you're quietly training your mind to lose. You say you want success, but you keep choosing comfort. You say you want peace, but you feed distraction. You say you want growth, but you keep repeating weak habits. That's not life holding you back. That's you. Every time you avoid the important and choose the easy, you build weakness instead of strength. That weakness shows up everywhere. In your focus, in your confidence, in your results. Feed your excuses, and they'll grow stronger than your dreams. You can't escape that law. You either build discipline or discipline will build you through pain. The people who change their lives aren't born special. They're just done lying to themselves. They've stopped waiting for motivation. They move through resistance. They accept that peace runs through pressure, not around it. You don't become powerful by avoiding weight. You become powerful by lifting it. Just like muscles grow through resistance, your life grows through action. Every time you force yourself to do the hard thing, you expand who you are. You create pride, not the fake pride that posts quotes, but the quiet pride of someone who follows through. Avoiding what matters doesn't keep you safe. It keeps you stuck. And that's the most dangerous place you can live. Stuck between who you are and who you could be. Action is the bridge. It's the only way across. Chapter 2, Stop Doing More, Start Doing What Matters. Most people believe the answer to a better life is doing more. More goals, more hustle, more effort. But that's a lie. The truth is, you don't need to do more. You need to do what matters. Look around you. People are drowning in busyness. They wake up and run from one task to another. They reply, they scroll, they react, they rush. They go to bed exhausted, but deep down they know nothing really moved forward today. That's because activity is not progress. Busyness is the enemy of clarity. And without clarity, your effort means nothing. It's like running full speed on a treadmill. You sweat, you strain, you push, but you're still in the same spot. That's how most people live their lives. They confuse motion with movement. You don't need more hours in the day. You need more honesty about where your hours are going. Let me tell you the truth. You can spend your life chasing small wins, or you can focus your life building something that truly matters. But you can't do both. Every time you say yes to something small, you say no to something great. Every time you fill your time with noise, you silence your purpose. The people who rise, who truly rise, they are not the busiest. They are the most focused. They protect their attention like treasure. They guard their energy like gold. They don't chase every opportunity. They choose what aligns with their direction. Because here's the secret. Life doesn't reward effort. It rewards direction. You can work hard digging in the wrong place and still end up with nothing. But one focused strike in the right spot can change everything. So stop asking, how much can I do? Start asking, what actually matters? You already know what that is, that one project, that one goal, that one change that could transform your future if you just gave it your full attention. But you've been scattering your energy everywhere and wondering why you feel empty. You don't need another plan. You need focus. Focus is the discipline of saying no. No to distraction. No to unnecessary noise. No to things that make you feel productive, but keep you stuck. When you stop doing more, you start living more intentionally. You start creating space for what truly builds you. That's when life begins to shift. Your mind gets quieter, your vision gets clearer, and your confidence returns. Because peace doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing what's essential. You'll notice something powerful when you start living like this. Your stress drops, your results rise. You stop feeling scattered and start feeling in control. Why? Because clarity creates energy. When you know what matters, you stop wasting strength on the meaningless. And make no mistake, there will be resistance. The world will try to drag you back into chaos. People will call you selfish for saying no. But that's the price of progress. You can't be everything for everyone and still be something great for yourself. So stop doing more. Start doing what truly matters. Because busyness is a slow death. But focus is freedom. Chapter 3, Comfort is the Enemy. Comfort feels good. It feels safe. It feels like peace. But comfort is a liar. It promises rest and gives you regret. It promises peace and gives you weakness. It promises happiness, but it steals your hunger. Every great person you admire has one thing in common. They stopped worshiping comfort. You can't grow in comfort. You can't evolve in ease. You can't build strength without resistance. The gym doesn't get easier because the weights get lighter. It gets easier because you get stronger. Life works the same way. Every time you avoid discomfort, you rob yourself of that strength. Most people don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they're addicted to comfort. They keep choosing what feels good now over what feels right in the long run. They want success without struggle, discipline without discomfort, confidence without challenge. But those things don't exist. You can't have power without pressure. You can't have mastery without effort. You can't have peace without progress. Comfort is the slowest form of death. It kills your dreams quietly, one lazy decision at a time. It whispers, relax, you've earned it. But the truth is, you've earned more than rest. You've earned growth. Think about this. Every meaningful thing in your life came from discomfort. Learning a skill, changing your habits, facing your fears. None of it felt good at first, but it was necessary. The problem is, your mind doesn't care about growth. Your mind cares about survival. It wants safety, not strength. It wants routine, not risk. So if you let your mind lead, it will trap you in comfort forever. That's why you have to lead your mind, not follow it. You have to push when it says pause. You have to move when it says wait. You have to act when it says later, because later is where dreams go to die. Comfort is seductive. It will give you every excuse in the world. I'm tired. I'll start tomorrow. I deserve a break. But remember this, comfort doesn't care about your future, only your feelings. And feelings lie. Feelings fade, but your future is forever. Every time you step into discomfort, you expand what's possible for you. You build proof that you can handle hard things. And that proof becomes your power. Because real confidence doesn't come from looking good. It comes from knowing you can suffer and still move forward. That's strength no one can take from you. You don't find yourself in comfort. You lose yourself there. You find yourself in struggle. You meet your real self when you're tired, afraid, uncertain, but you keep going anyway. So from this moment forward, every time you feel discomfort, don't run, recognize it. Say to yourself, this is where I grow. Because on the other side of discomfort is discipline. On the other side of discipline is confidence. And on the other side of confidence is peace. The kind of peace comfort will never give you. Comfort is the enemy. Growth is the reward. Choose your side. Chapter 4. The Power of Ruthless Focus. Let's be honest. The world doesn't reward the busiest person anymore. It rewards the most focused. You can work 16 hours a day and still lose to someone who works 4 if those 4 hours are ruthless, intentional, and locked in. Focus isn't just about attention. It's about alignment. It's the ability to cut through noise and move only in the direction that matters. Every scroll, every unnecessary conversation, every moment you spend reacting instead of creating is energy stolen from your future. You're not losing to other people. You're losing to distraction. Your phone, your doubts, your environment. They're not harmless. They're thieves. They steal the minutes that were meant for your purpose. And the truth is, most people aren't tired because they're doing too much. They're tired because they're doing too much of what doesn't matter. They've scattered their power into 100 small tasks instead of channeling it into one meaningful mission. Focus is how you take your life back. When you focus, the noise disappears. Your confidence rises. Your path becomes simple, not easy, but clear. Because clarity is power. The mind is like light. When it's scattered, it glows. When it's focused, it burns. You want to change your life? Turn your glow into a laser. Ruthless focus means you decide, this is my mission. Everything else can wait. You cut distractions. You stop explaining your silence. You stop apologizing for your priorities. You build a wall around your attention and protect it like gold. Because your focus is the foundation of your future. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Where your energy flows, results grow. If you want proof, look at your life right now. Everything you mastered because you focused. Everything you failed because you were distracted. Distraction feels harmless, but it's deadly. It kills momentum in small doses. One notification, one scroll, one quick check. And before you know it, you spent your day in fragments. You can't build greatness in fragments. You need depth. You need presence. You need to be all in. Ruthless focus means learning to say no, even to good things, because good things are the enemy of great things. You're not supposed to chase everything. You're supposed to chase purpose. You're supposed to wake up with one mission and give it everything you have. That's how you build a legacy. That's how you separate from the crowd. The average person wants balance. The great ones want impact, and impact demands focus. So stop scattering your fire. Aim it. Stop trying to please everyone. Build something undeniable. Focus is not restriction, it's liberation. Because once you stop chasing everything, you finally have the strength to chase something that matters. When you master focus, you master your future. Because the world may be noisy, but a focused mind cuts through chaos like a blade. Chapter 5. The Discipline Blueprint. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning when the spark fades. Everybody loves motivation. That quick rush you feel after a quote, a video, a speech. But motivation fades the moment life gets uncomfortable. Discipline is what keeps you moving when everything inside you says stop. You don't need to feel ready to win. You need to move even when you're not. The strongest version of you isn't the one who feels inspired. It's the one who shows up tired, stressed, and uninspired, but still executes. That's discipline. That's the blueprint for greatness. Because in the end, your life is built by what you do consistently, not what you do occasionally. Discipline is not punishment. It's self-respect. It's telling yourself, I'm worth the effort. Most people think discipline means being hard on yourself. No, it means you love yourself enough to demand more. Let's break it down. Discipline has three parts. 1, clarity, knowing what you want. 2, commitment, deciding it's non-negotiable. 3, consistency, showing up no matter how you feel. If even one of these is missing, you fail. Because clarity without commitment is daydreaming. Commitment without consistency is wasted energy. Consistency without clarity is motion without direction. You need all three, locked, loaded, and aligned. Wake up every day and remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself what's at stake. Remind yourself who you said you'd become. Then act, not when it's easy, not when it's perfect. Act because your future demands it. Here's the truth no one wants to hear. Discipline is not built in comfort. It's built in conflict. Every time you fight the voice that says, skip it today, you train your brain to obey you, not your emotions. That's power. That's control. When you master discipline, you stop negotiating with weakness. You stop giving power to feelings that don't serve you. Because feelings lie. They say you're tired when you have energy left. They say you can't when you absolutely can. They say rest when you haven't earned it yet. Discipline doesn't listen to lies. It listens to purpose. You want to change your life? Then make discipline your default. Make effort automatic. You brush your teeth every day, right? You don't wait for motivation. You do it because it's who you are. That's what discipline feels like when it's part of your identity. You don't think, you act. You don't debate, you do. You don't wish, you work. That's the blueprint. That's how champions are built. Because discipline doesn't just create results, it creates confidence. And confidence creates momentum. And momentum creates freedom. Discipline is the foundation of peace. When you know you've done what you said you would, you walk with quiet pride. You sleep without guilt. You wake up with purpose. So stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the right mood. Start acting like the person who does it anyway. Discipline is not a prison. It's power. It's the path to everything you say you want. Because freedom isn't doing whatever you feel like. Freedom is having the strength to do what matters, no matter how you feel. Chapter 6. The War Within. The hardest battle you will ever fight is the one inside your own mind. It's not the haters. It's not the competition. It's not even the challenges life throws at you. It's you versus you. That voice that says, you can't. That whisper that says, it's too late. That fear that says, you're not enough. That's the real enemy. And the truth is, most people never win that war. They surrender to their own doubt. They listen to their fear until it sounds like logic. They believe their weakness until it feels like truth. But here's the secret. Your mind is not your master, it's your weapon. You were born to command it, not obey it. The mind is powerful, but it's also lazy. It's designed to protect you, not push you. So the moment you step out of your comfort zone, your brain sends warning signs. Stop. This feels dangerous, but it's not danger. It's growth. And if you don't learn to tell the difference, you'll mistake progress for pain your entire life. Every time you push through fear, your mind gets quieter. Every time you act despite doubt, your power grows. And every time you choose courage over comfort, you take ground in that inner war. You have to train your mind like a soldier. You have to discipline your thoughts like a warrior trains his weapon. You have to stop feeding the voice of weakness and start strengthening the voice of truth. Because make no mistake, the battle never stops. You don't defeat fear once. You face it daily. You face it when you wake up tired. You face it when your dreams feel too far. You face it when nobody believes in you. That's when the war within gets real. You can't hide from it. You can't ignore it. You have to confront it. You have to stand face to face with your own excuses and say, not today. Every doubt you destroy makes you stronger. Every fear you face makes you freer. Every battle you fight inside prepares you for victory outside. Understand this. Your mind will always test your limits before life rewards you. It will try to break you to see if you're serious. That's why most people quit. Not because they're weak, but because they mistake resistance for failure. Resistance is not a sign you're losing. It's proof that you're close to something great. You're not supposed to feel ready when you're growing. You're supposed to feel uncertain. You're supposed to feel scared, because fear means you're on new ground. The key is simple. Don't run from it. Run with it. Let your fear remind you that you're alive. Let your doubt remind you that you care. Let your struggle remind you that you're still in the fight. Because the moment you stop fighting, you've already lost. So when that inner voice tells you to quit, talk back. When it tells you you're not enough, prove it wrong. When it tells you to wait, move faster. That's how you win the war within, not by silencing the noise, but by choosing which voice you obey. And remember, you don't have to feel fearless to move. You just have to refuse to surrender. Every time you push forward, even a little, you reclaim power from the part of you that used to control you. You are not your doubt. You are not your past. You are not your fear. You are the one who fights through it. Win the war within, and the world outside can't touch you. Chapter 7: Building an Unbreakable Mindset. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your biggest prison. Right now, it's fighting battles you don't even notice. It doubts you, questions you, whispers lies about what you can't do. But here's the truth. You get to decide which voice wins. Most people let life shape their mindset. They let failure, criticism, and fear define their limits. They let temporary setbacks convince them they are permanently weak, not you. You are going to build a mindset that refuses to bend, a mindset that does not negotiate with fear, a mindset that thrives under pressure. The foundation of an unbreakable mindset is simple: control. Control your thoughts. Control your focus. Control your actions. Every day you allow distractions to take your attention, you weaken your mind. Every day you act despite fear, doubt, or resistance, you strengthen it. An unbreakable mindset is forged in struggle. It's built when you do the hard things no one else will. It's strengthened when you keep moving, even when your body says stop. It's hardened when you refuse to let failures define you. Here's how you do it. 1. Embrace challenge. Growth only happens when you step outside your comfort zone. 2. Own your decisions. Stop blaming circumstances, people, or luck. Take full responsibility. 3. Train consistently. Mental toughness is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. 4. Reframe failure. Every setback is data. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn. 5. Stay relentless. No excuses, no waiting for motivation. Act anyway. An unbreakable mind doesn't wait for circumstances to be perfect. It doesn't rely on feelings or fleeting inspiration. It thrives in chaos. It sees obstacles and turns them into opportunities. You want results? You want respect? You want peace? It all starts here, with your mind. Because no matter how strong your body, how talented you are, or how lucky you get, if your mind breaks, everything else collapses. But when your mind is unshakable, you face adversity without panic. You take risks without hesitation. You recover from failure without losing momentum. You create opportunities where others see none. The world will try to test you. It will throw storms, setbacks, and distractions. But when your mind is unbreakable, storms become fuel. Setbacks become lessons. Distractions become irrelevant. Ask yourself, do I let my mind control me, or do I control my mind? Every time you make the conscious choice to act, every time you push through doubt, every time you embrace discomfort, you build mental armor that can't be pierced. Strength isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's psychological, it's spiritual. Build it daily, protect it fiercely, and watch as your life transforms, because an unbreakable mindset turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces. Chapter 8. Small actions, massive results. Big transformations don't start with big moves. They start with small actions, the ones most people ignore. Every giant success story began with one small decision. One extra hour of work, one extra page read, one phone call made, one step taken when the mind screamed, "Don't bother." The problem is, people underestimate the power of small, consistent effort. They look for instant results. They wait for miracles. They give up when nothing happens immediately. But life doesn't reward the flashy move. It rewards consistency. Consistency compounds. It's quiet. It's invisible at first. But over time, small efforts grow into unstoppable momentum. Imagine this: 1% improvement every day. It doesn't feel like much. But over a year, it turns into massive growth. That's the power of small actions. That's how empires are built, how health is transformed, how skills become mastery. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need a huge burst of energy. You just need to start. Take one action today, one step that moves you toward your goal. Then another tomorrow. Then another the next day. Before you know it, you've built a habit. Before you know it, momentum is unstoppable. Before you know it, your life has changed. Small actions teach the mind a critical lesson. You follow through. And when your mind believes that, you stop procrastinating. You stop doubting. You stop waiting for the perfect time. The key is not intensity, but repetition. Not perfection, but persistence. Not luck, but unbroken habits. Every day you act, even a little, you win. Every day you delay, even a little, you lose. Ask yourself, do you want temporary comfort or lasting results? Because comfort doesn't last, but action does. Small actions build trust with yourself. They build confidence. They build proof that you are reliable, disciplined, unstoppable. Remember, you don't have to climb the whole mountain today. Just put one foot in front of the other. The mountain moves under your steps. The path clears under your persistence. Big results are never sudden. They are the sum of countless small decisions, repeated daily, without fail. Start small. Stay consistent. Your future self will thank you, because the massive life you dream of is built one small, unstoppable action at a time. Chapter 9. Results, not excuses. Excuses are everywhere. They're comfortable, they're safe, they feel like protection. But let me tell you something straight. Excuses will never produce results. They will steal your time, your energy, and your future. They will make you feel busy while keeping you stagnant. They will make you believe you're trying while your life quietly passes by. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Results, not excuses. Successful people don't wait for permission. They don't wait for motivation. They don't wait for circumstances to be perfect. They act, they produce, they deliver. Every time you blame someone else or the situation or bad luck, you are surrendering control. And when you surrender control, you surrender your life. Excuses are easy, results are hard, but only results create freedom. Here's the truth. You can work hard and get nothing. You can feel exhausted and still fail, but you can't get results without focus, effort, and accountability. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's execution. Results come to those who decide and act. They come to those who do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. They come to those who say, I don't care if it's hard. I don't care if I'm tired. I will move forward anyway. Excuses are just stories your mind tells to protect you from discomfort. Results are the proof that you fought through the discomfort anyway. Every time you produce results, you gain confidence. Every time you take action, you reclaim control. Every time you ignore excuses, you build strength. The world doesn't care about your reasons. It only cares about your output. It only notices your actions. So stop justifying. Stop rationalizing. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Do the work. Take the action. Deliver the results. Because results are not optional. Results are the currency of your life. And every day you fail to produce, you pay in regret, frustration, and lost opportunity. Make a choice today. Will you live by excuses or will you live by results? Excuses feel good now. Results feel amazing forever. Stop talking. Start doing. Focus on what moves the needle and measure yourself by what you create, not by what you intend. Because success doesn't care about stories. It only cares about results. Chapter 10. Take action. Now enough waiting, enough planning, enough thinking. The only thing that separates your dreams from your reality is action. You've read the chapters. You know what matters. You understand focus, discipline, mindset, small actions, and results. But knowledge without action is useless. It's like standing at the edge of a river, watching people swim across while you stay on the shore. Every second you hesitate, every second you delay, your dreams shrink, your potential fades, your future waits for no one. The truth is simple. No one is coming to save you. No opportunity will knock twice. No motivation will strike like lightning. If you want change, you must move first, now, immediately. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. They don't exist. Stop waiting for motivation. It's unreliable. Stop waiting for someone to push you. You are the push. The people who win in life don't wait. They take what's theirs. They act when others are debating. They move when others are hesitating. Take one action right now. One step, one move, one decision that gets you closer to your goal. It doesn't matter how small it is. Momentum begins with motion. You start by acting, and the universe notices action. Every action builds confidence. Every action silences doubt. Every action proves to yourself that you're in control. Your future self is watching. What are you going to tell them? That you waited another day? Or that you took control, faced your fear, and did what needed to be done? This is not a speech. This is not inspiration. This is a command to yourself. Do it now. Send that message. Write that plan. Make that call. Take that step. Feel fear. Move anyway. Feel tired. Move anyway. Feel uncertain. Move anyway. The only way to beat hesitation is action. The only way to beat doubt is movement. The only way to beat fear is to face it head on. Remember everything you've learned in this audiobook. Force yourself to act. Focus only on what matters. Reject comfort. Build discipline. Win the war within. Strengthen your mindset. Take consistent small actions. Measure by results, not excuses. Now combine all of it in one unstoppable push. Because the time to act is always now. No more tomorrow, no more waiting, no more hesitating. You have the knowledge, the tools, the power. Use them. Take action. Win your life. Become unstoppable. Your future begins this moment.